Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today. It is storming, so you may hear some thunder. I almost said you may hear some lightning. I mean, it's possible if it struck something, right? But anyway, today is a day where we're going to focus on grief and trauma healing here. There will be a meditation at the end, so make sure you watch until the end here, you guys. You also may hear background noise. You know, my doggos, they don't like the storms, and so, you know, they're doing doggo things, trying to, you know, find comfort and stuff like that. On this day, 19 years ago, I married my first husband, and it was raining then too. So I know there are people that believe rain on your wedding day is good luck, but you know, and part of that is I married him knowing it wasn't the right decision, right? But we live, we learn, right? He abused me in all the ways a person can be abused. I didn't know when we first got together that he was a drug addict. So, and the family history of like alcohol, you know, he liked to drink. He was a hot mess and probably still is. So anyway, we got married 19 years ago today, and I woke up thinking about that, and it was storming, and I was just like, oh my goodness, because I remember being upset that it was storming on my wedding day. But you know, stuff happens, right? So that is part of me being vulnerable and sharing with you, you know, my own past traumas that I'm still working through, that I'm still healing through almost 20 years later, right? But things come up sometimes. You know, you may think that you've completely healed from something, and then a new layer pops up. The last few days, I've had this card coming up over and over and over again. So for those that have been following me, last year on June 4th, my Sadie Mae girl passed away, and she was a source of comfort for me. Like, she could tell when I was about to have a panic attack before I even knew I was. She was blue healer and lab, and she was just the goodest girl, the bestest girl. Well, this card started showing up for me, I believe it was last Thursday or Friday. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, because sometimes I barely remember what I did yesterday. But I did the little meditation at the end of the description for this card, and that night she visited me in my dream, you guys, and it was so nice to get to hold her and pet her. She had the softest fur, and you know, just to feel her next to me again was amazing. And I'm trying not to cry here because, you know, it's a lot. So the green here represents our heart chakra, and the heart chakra can be the hardest chakra to keep in balance because it's the filter for all of the other chakras in our body. So the fourth chakra, the heart chakra, relates to matters of the heart. In manifesting, we are always blocked if our heart is not in it. There is something very pivotal about every green card, as though each one indicates a key moment of personal choice. They tell us about the heart of the matter. In this chakra, we decide whether we will proceed or whether things will get kicked back to our yellow chakra, where we spend spend time thinking without progressing our decisions. In essence, you will see here whether your heart is truly invested in the actions you are willing to take. Every green card owns the distinction of revealing what happens when you do or don't follow your heart. The question these cards ask is, what does your heart tell you? So, ooh, right? What is your heart telling you? So grief, we have Penelope and Pickle here. Pickle the dog. I love it. So Pickle represents the strength of character inherent in true love. This card heralds a deep caring and an ability to heal and love again, however deep the pain or hard the challenges you face. Troubled times denote smooth sailings ahead. So, you know, as we're working through our grief and giving ourselves lots of space for grace, because, you know, there are just some losses we will grieve in some way for the rest of our lives, right? It may not be the dark, all-encompassing grief as it is in the beginning, you know, but there will always be spots in our heart that certain people own, right? And we feel their losses very hard. So grief, Penelope and Pickle. Grief is love without a place to go. The legend, Penelope meets Pickle the puppy when she is at college. They go through everything together. When the day comes, much later, for Mother Earth to call Pickle home, he dies in Penelope's arms. Her friends are hard on her, suggesting that she should just get over her pet's death. Penelope knows she loved Pickle deeply, and I'm sure she knew Pickle loved her just as deeply, and is simply in grief. Loving Pickle was worth every moment of sadness. When she is ready, she will love again. Inspiration. Penelope and Pickle remind us that what we reveal, we can heal. Give yourself time. You will love again. If you honor your pain, it will change your life. Personal inquiry. Is lingering grief preventing me from progress? What can I see in my heart? So, you know, you may want to journal, you know, write those down and just really let whatever comes, you guys. Key ideas: feeling grief, healing process, missing someone or something, being unafraid of sadness, love is on the horizon. And keywords here: love, commitment, and vulnerability. So towards the end, we will do the meditation together. Spirit had me pull a few tarot cards and a few cards from my Sixth Sense Oracle deck as well that we will go over. So first was Nine of Swords here, you guys. So, you know, something repeating, you know, like you can't get it out of your head, off of your mind, right? Because swords is air is the power of the mind. So this is playing on repeat. You can see she's got lots of books around her. She could be journaling, she could be reading, you know, trying to educate herself, trying to help herself. Sleepless nights, so she could be, you know, just reading, you know, because she doesn't want to go to sleep, right? Her kitty cat companion there is trying to comfort her. As you can see out the window, the sun is rising, and something that really caught my eye was that cardinal there in the window. I've always heard cardinals are our loved ones, you know, coming to visit us, trying to offer some comfort, some support. And the cardinal is facing out the window, looking at that sun rising, you know, like even the darkest night gives way to the brightest dawn, you guys. So, you know, working through our traumas, healing, you know, and it's a process, you guys, and it's not a pretty one, you know, it's painful. And, you know, like the caterpillar, you know, when it decides to go into the cocoon to become the butterfly, that is a painful transformation, you guys. You know, that caterpillar literally gets broken down to a glob of goo. But something that the caterpillar realizes is that it was the beautiful butterfly the whole time. And birds are also considered messengers, you guys. So it could be that your loved one, whoever it is that is on your mind, whoever it is that you are thinking about, who first pops into your head, you know, don't overthink it too much, you guys. Just allow and accept, right? You know, they may be trying to get a message to you, and it may pop up in a dream. It may pop up in a song that pops on the radio. You know, you may look down, see a feather, see a coin. You know, it could be so many different things because there are so many of us. But know that this doesn't have to keep playing on repeat, you guys. You know, don't keep stuffing it down. Let it be seen, let it be heard, let it be felt, you guys, even though it's really, really hard. But as we're healing and we're growing, you know, we will feel weak, you guys. And I know exactly how it feels to cry out from a broken heart, a broken spirit, or it felt like my spirit was broken at the time. And, you know, pray for a way where I couldn't even see a way to get out. I know how that feels. I have been there. So, you know, if you're in it now, I am sending you so much love, light, and positive energy. I am praying for a way for you to be made where you can't even see one right now. And that you come out on the other side, the beautiful butterfly, strong, knowing that you're whole, knowing that you are enough, knowing that you are worthy and deserving of the beautiful, wonderful, amazing life that you dream about. All right, let's move on to the next card. We have the Four of Cups coming in here. So Cups is water, and water is the power of our emotions. So, you know, as you can see, this person here is so lost in his emotions, you know, letting them run amok, letting them control him. He's drinking, you know, more than he should, obviously. And, you know, this person is really concerned and really worried about him. You know, he's so focused on all the things that went wrong, all the things that didn't go right, that he can't see that there's some beautiful, wonderful, amazing new opportunities, new blessings, new beginnings even waiting for him in that cup. You know, so we can get so fixated on the one thing, you know, that didn't go right. We can what if things to death, right? And at the end of the day, it doesn't get us anywhere. You know, it can make us feel stuck, stagnant, like we're just spinning our wheels. So, you know, we have to rise above. And, you know, we always say, you know, give it your best each and every single day. But something that we have to realize is that our best is not going to be the same or look the same each and every single day. It can change from one second to another, and take things 1 second at a time if that is all you can handle. So next up we have the Five of Pentacles coming in here. So literally feeling like you've been left out in the cold here, you guys. You know, you could feel like you're all alone, you know, even though she has a child with her, you know, and sometimes we stay in situations longer than we know we should, whether there are children involved or not. You know, it happens, you guys. Do not be too hard on yourself. Do not judge yourself too harshly, because all that does is put you right back here in this cycle, you know, this continuous nightmare, right? And we are wanting to come out of that, come in out of the cold. You guys, there is help right there, you know, and you got to have an open heart, open mind, open ears to really hear the truth and to really see things and people for who they are. Pentacles is earth energy. It's very grounding. It's very stable. It's the power of the physical body, seeing, you know, where you are at right here, right now, and not judging yourself, you guys, you know. Look at it as you would if you were looking at a friend's. You know, you're calm, you're loving, you're kind to other people, and you deserve to give yourself those same, you know, kindness, caring, loving vibrations that you give to other people, you know, when you're not judging other people. So, you know, why would you judge your own self? You know, but we tend to be hardest on ourselves. You know, I'm way harder on me than anyone else could ever dream of being, and that is something that I also am having to work at. So, you know, lots of work here, you guys. But, you know, we can be in a crowded room and feel lonely. We can be by ourselves and not feel lonely. You know, it's weird how that happens sometimes. So, you know, for some of us, this may be a time where we go hermit mode, you know, and really go within and really work on ourselves. And the hermit, just like this Five of Pentacles, you know, he has a lantern, but in his lantern he has the star, and the star in tarot is keeping your hope and faith alive, believing in yourself, believing that the world is a beautiful, wonderful, amazing place, believing that you know, can have your dreams. Make it known to the universe, and don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt that these things can happen for you. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. All right, next up we do have the Three of Swords coming in here, and as you can see, there is a journal on the bed. I'm sure it gets lots of use. There is rain in the window. You could feel like you've been stabbed in the heart multiple times. There are three. You know, they do say that things happen in threes, you guys. So, and in the window, even though it's raining, there is another bird. It is a black bird this time, but he is looking in. And so messages are trying to come in, you guys, and we have to be open and ready to receive these messages, to receive this healing, to receive love. You know, you deserve wonderful things, you guys. Absolutely, 100%. And then the last card Spirit had me get was this Nine of Wands here. And as you can see, there is a lot of burnt up, used up wands at her feet here. She has her back against the tree, back against the wall. You could be feeling really frazzled, you know, overwhelmed. I mean, look, she's been hurt, you guys. You know, she's got that bandage on her head. It looks like her arm is bandaged up as well. So, you know, Wands is fire, and fire is the power of taking action, you guys. And sometimes we just don't know. You know, we can say, oh, I would do this or I would do that, but until we're actually in a situation, we really don't know. And that is just the truth of it. You know, I always thought, oh, I would never fall for, you know, someone that would abuse me, someone, you know, that would hurt me as deeply as my first husband did. And, you know, we divorced in 2009. I had a miscarriage in 2008. In 2009, I lost both of my grandmas. So 2008, 2009 was a really rough year. I went through a really dark period, and you know, eventually I did come out of it, but it did take me a while. You know, I felt like I was just overcome with grief and with pain, and you know, really beating myself up, you know, because even though it was a bad situation, I still felt like a failure. I still felt like I had failed at being a good wife, at, you know, my marriage. And it took me a while to come out from under that and to see things for how they really were. And, you know, we look back and we're a little wiser, a little older, right? So, you know, I had to come in from out of the cold. I had to bring myself in. You know, I had to quit running through scenarios. Oh, what if he had really changed, you know, like he promised? And, you know, what if he had stepped up to his full potential? You know, I what ifed every single aspect to death, and at the end of it, it did not make me feel better. In fact, it made me feel worse. So, you know, that's how it be sometimes, you guys. And you know, 9 of Wands is about to become 10 of Wands, and 10 of Wands we are carrying heavy burdens, and some of those burdens aren't even ours to carry, right? But you know, we can't keep carrying everything for everyone else. All right, we're going to move on to the 6th sense, and the first card coming through is forgiveness. Look at that dove there with that olive branch. Forgiveness, number 49 coming in here. So let me grab that book here a little bit, because it has companions, or no, it has crystals and an affirmation. I don't know what I was thinking there for a minute. So all that remains of the past are memories. It's time to let go of worry and self-recrimination for what went wrong. When these thoughts arise, take a few deep breaths and go with it for a minute to find the root of underlying pain. Surrender this pain to the infinite spirit. Forgive everyone involved, including yourself. Karma will take care of any transgressions far better than you can. Forgiveness will heal and harmonize your mind, body, and soul. Affirmation: I choose to live my life filled with goodness and mercy, forgiving everyone and everything, including myself. Some good crystals are rose quartz, rhodonite, and chrysoprase. I have a rose quartz here, so I'm going to set that there. The next card we have is a number 23, heart light. So dealing with our heart chakra again there. You know, what is your heart telling you? You connect with the divine through your heart center. It feels like a beacon of light that expands outward and upward into the universe. It fills you with divine love and inspiration. It carries messages of encouragement, hope, and love. It's the best teacher in the universe and able to guide you through all situations. When you feel uneasy, trust your gut, as this is the divine talking to you, trying to help you avoid making mistakes. Affirmation: I am in harmony with the divine and receive divine guidance. Crystals: celestial quartz, apophyllite, and selenite. I have some selenite, so I'm going to place that there. Next up, we have a number 21 here for union. You know, some of us have been in bad unions, bad relationships. We may have trauma that our body, parts of our spirit are still hanging on to. The divine is conspiring to help you achieve unity in a special relationship. Reap the rewards by committing to that special someone today if you are led. You have all the ingredients to build a happy life. And you know, you guys, this can be the union you have with yourself as well, Spirit is saying. If you're already in a committed relationship, think about ways you can spend more time together to celebrate your bond. It is time to live well, love with all your heart, and laugh often. If you're on the lookout for a good business opportunity, it's time to enter into a new business relationship. The affirmation: I am creating strong, happy, and awesome relationships. Crystals: rose quartz, kunzite, and emerald. Let me look here. I'm going to place this smaller rose quartz there. All right, and next we are moving on to a number 41 for divine guidance here, you guys. So guidance from the divine. Using prayer to ask Spirit for something implies that something is lacking in your life when all that you need is available. Acknowledge you are worthy of happiness and clear your mind from self-sabotaging negativity. Meditate daily so you can hear what the Infinite Spirit wants to tell you. Declare that you're ready for happiness, goodness, and mercy to be in your life now. Watch for the signs and know that divine intervention is on its way and will help lift those burdens. Affirmation: I am thankful for receiving help, goodness, and mercy. Crystals: amethyst, angelite, blue kyanite, and selenite. So I'm going to grab my amethyst over here and place that there. It's amethyst and clear quartz, so love that. And we have one more card here, a number 3. Like we said, things tend to happen in threes. We have angels coming in here. So our angels even are giving us a message. Your angels always have your back and are ready to assist in any situation. All you need to say is, angels, I need help now, please. Show me the signs that will help me understand what I can do to change the situation. Please intercede on my behalf. I graciously accept your help and guidance, and they'll be with you every step of the way. Remember to give thanks and gratitude for their help and guidance. Angels are ready to take a more active role in your life. Are you ready to interact with them more often? Affirmation: I am guided by angels and I receive daily guidance. Crystals: angelite, celestine, and selenite. So I already have my selenite star out. I'm just going to leave it where it is. So lots of good positive affirmations there, you guys. So all right, now we are going to take a few deep breaths in and out. We're going to breathe in through our nose, 1 for the body, out through our mouth. We're going to breathe in, 1 for the mind, out through our mouth. Breathe in through our nose, 1 for the spirit, out through our mouth. Now the meditation, get into a comfortable position, whether that is sitting up or laying down. You can close your eyes and allow cleansing white light to wash over you. Invite someone you miss into the light. Feel the happiness this moment provides. Tell them how much you miss them. Tell them how much you love them, and let them tell you the same. Create space for another visit in the future if you wish. Leave space open for them to visit you, you guys, and be open and ready to receive however it chooses to come through. Let go of the outcome. Just allow it to be. Go with the flow. All right, you guys, I hope you found this helping. I'm sending you so much love, light, and positive energy for wherever you happen to be at in your healing or grieving journey. You are more than just an overcomer, you guys, and keep telling yourself each and every single day, I am worthy. I deserve to have a wonderful life. I deserve happiness. I deserve good things to happen for me and to me. All right, you guys, from the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. And I want to say thank you. Blessed be. Namaste and goodbye.